Hey, my name's JK. Welcome to another Exilic music studio session. We're still doing pop production techniques, simple pop production techniques. I'm not the rocker, closet rocker, not the real rocker, not the stage rocker. But here's the thing, there's lots that Logic can do to help just create simple, radio-friendly pop stuff. And this thing I'll probably just drop on the net, on SoundCloud, on Facebook, and give it away for free or something. It's called Cynical. The lyrics are so cynical. Cut your umbilical, you're still breathing, but you don't believe in miracles. You're so critical about the spiritual. You feel the wind, but you're dissing the invisible. Sort of a bit of an apologetic. Don't like to do too much apologetics, but this is sort of a song for unbelievers and just saying, hey, God is real. The fool has said in his heart, Psalm 14:1, there is no God. But God is real. How can you how can you feel the wind and still diss the invisible? In the same way, God is spirit. He's like the wind. No one knows where the wind comes from. No one knows where the wind is going. So it is with God, with his spirit, and those that are born of the spirit. So that's sort of the theme of the song, and playing off a simple kind of three-syllable kind of rhyme scheme here. So cynical, cut your umbilical, still breathing, but you don't believe in miracles. So critical about the spiritual. You feel the wind, but you're dissing the invisible. That's kind of the line, and I follow that through in the second verse as well. But hey, what I want to do, more than just introduce you to the theme of the song or the vocals or the person who the song is talking to, and the man that the song is talking about, the God that the song is talking about, is introduce you to what I've done with the lead vocal. Because after all, this is not a songwriting workshop. This is a music production workshop. So here we go. Here's the lead vocal.
It's so cynical, they cut your umbilical. You're still breathing, but you don't believe in miracles.
Yeah, you like the way I play off that still breathing? And make the chorus a bit breathy. That's just the lead vocal, and that's me singing. But what I've done here is I've run the vocal through a compressor, and I've run that same vocal through a channel EQ. What I've done on the channel EQ is I've just low cut, just a straight low cut, a whole lot of the lows. Basically a high pass there from 100 onwards. So I've cut all the lows under 100 hertz, just to get rid of any unwanted low end rumble. Because there's no way that my human tones are getting down into that sub-range. And then what I've done is I've copied this track and put it on a new track and run the exact same vocal track through a guitar preset. It's the electric guitar preset from Logic. It's in the distortion folder, and it's in the first distortion. You can see Logic's just got loads and loads of presets. This is the first distortion segment. It's called the dry amp folder, and I'm using the first preset. It's called American Stack Distort. This is what it sounds like, and this is what's in there. It's got a noise gate, it's got Logic's pedal board. It's just one effect on the pedal board. There's distortion. That's the amp designer. It's got some channel EQ on it. It's got a compressor on it, and then I've added the stereo delay just to make it very, very busy. And then I've also added, lastly, a pitch correction, which I haven't used yet. I use that in the second verse, and I'll show you that a little later on. Don't worry, it sounds messy, but I keep the volume way low so that the lead vocal drives.
It's so cynical,
and then I've just got this distortion vocal at the bottom.
You're still breathing, but you don't
just to add some grit and some grunge and some vibe, and just bouncing along with those 16 notes as well, using that stereo delay. And then what I've done lastly is I've run the same vocal track through a compressed reverb, compressor on there, reverb with a wet signal high, way up there, 100%, and absolutely no dry signal coming through. I don't need another copy of the dry signal. I said to you in the previous segment on vocal production techniques, never copy a vocal line without adding some special effects to it. So I'll never just use two dry signals as is. I'll always, if I'm doing backing vocals, I'll stack the backing vocals using separate segments, or rather separate live takes. So I'll record myself over 5 times and use each of those tracks, stack them, multi-track them. But in this case, I'm adding some unique effects to each vocal line. So not a problem to copy the same line, but use unique effects to it. And this is what this lead vocal sounds like.
It's so cynical, they cut you umbilical, you're still breathing, but you
So
don't
instead of adding a whole lot of different plugs to one lead vocal, sort of make copies of the vocal and add different plugs to the copies. And this is what the lead vocal sounds like over the music.
It's so cynical, they cut you umbilical, you're still breathing, but you don't believe in miracles. You're so critical about the spiritual. You feel the wind, but you listen the invisible. And how can you just say
That's it. My name's JK. Come back for the next section where I show you what we do in the chorus. JK.